live from Lincoln. This is Channel 8 Eyewitness News Midday.
And welcome back to our Midday Forum. Today we're joined by Peter Sklar, who is a talent scout and going to be having a lecture coming up here. I guess this is actually coming up tonight and tomorrow night.
That's right.
About what it takes to make it into this big picture. Now, you said this is primarily for young adults and children and teens?
Teenagers especially.
Okay.
Up through young adults. Kids as young as age 6, as long as they have their parents with them.
Okay. Now, what kind of stuff are we going to be talking about?
We're talking about the connection between who these kids are and what people look for in the industry.
Okay.
Their ability to show who they are in terms of being open, being real, being believable, things like that.
Okay, now is there something for maybe young kids that we're interested to start doing now before, prerequisites before you get into that type of thing? Things
Sure.
To start practicing on?
I think the most important thing is to realize that these people are going to be deciding how viewers look at you in terms of whether they believe you, whether they like you. And I think how these kids take care of themselves, how they eat, how they feel about themselves. Those are the things that a lot of people in the industry know when they get older.
Okay.
But when people are coaching young people, they usually talk about things that are more common sense, like taking classes, which is important, of course.
Right.
But people don't really talk about their self-image. They don't talk about how healthy they are and what they actually bring into the room.
Right. Self-image, I'm sure, has a big part to do with it. So what do you think the biggest thing that they look for in the recruits would be?
Well, the lead character in every show is always trying to do something. In theater, they teach you about having an objective and, and pursuing some kind of goal. If you're out there doing that and people are not rooting for you, if people don't like you, they don't relate to you in some way, they don't believe what you're saying, you're not going to work very often.
Got to sell it, huh?
And people who are casting you and who are making those decisions are asking themselves, how will our viewers that we spent a lot of money getting into that theater going to react to this person?
Okay, now, how about some myths maybe that people may have heard about being a successful performer? I don't know a whole lot about it, but I'm sure there's some myths out there that probably are in the general crowd that maybe are wrong.
Well, a lot of emphasis is put on things like looks. Like you have to have the right look, and it really is more about the type for that particular job than having a great look for camera. That's sort of a myth.
Right.
Another myth is that, excuse me, talent and training is something unique, is something that's a desire. These things are important, but everybody's got them. I usually say talent, training, and desire is like air. It's absolutely essential, but it's everywhere. So who you know is another myth. You got to meet the right people. That can open doors and get you seen, but it rarely has anything to do with the casting process.
Okay. Now, this is going on tonight and tomorrow. Where can we check this out?
I'll be at Shannon Barnhart's dance studio in Omaha tomorrow night at 7:30.
Okay.
And I'll be someplace else.
Yeah, I didn't write it down either. I should have written it down.
I'll be at the Next Step Dancing with Marin, also in Omaha. That's Wednesday night at 7 o'clock.
Is there a phone number where they can get more information?
They can call for tomorrow night, for tonight. Sorry, not tomorrow. Tonight I will be at Shannon Barnhart's. Tuesday night 7:30, 402-554-1740. Wednesday night 7 o'clock, Next Step Dancing with Marin, Omaha, 402-933-8979.
Okay, appreciate that. I should have had those written out beforehand. We'll be right back after the break.